Once again, here we are in a new day, a new opportunity, a new chance to open up your perspectives, your old perspectives on the subject called resilience. I'm only one person with a simple message and maybe a purpose I seek to perfect, to be consistent with. So all you get in today and in every episode is just me. Nothing but me. With a few notes, a few memos, references for me to then refer and relate to this term resilience to you. But that's all you're getting. Nothing but me. So regardless of titles and awards that I might have accrued or attained, and same thing for you, those are nice to have. All in the past, all history. But given all those former and previous achievements, what am I truly? What are you truly? If you strip away all those titles and accomplishments, when I do that, what am I truly? Zero. A whole and complete nothing. Zero is a good number. One is a lonely number, some have said. I think Mr. David Byrne from Talking Heads said that once. One is a lonely number. Excuse me. The add-ons. Pardon me, had a sneeze there. But one is a lonely number. But then the add-ons, the twos and the threes, that's where things get messy and complicated. If the one hasn't committed to his oneness with his creator. I heard this literally last night at an intimate jazz presentation by a fantastic trumpeter his name is Delbert Anderson. Mr. Anderson is a native Navajo with an impressive depth and breadth, not only in music, but in applying the history of Native American traditions, music, chants, and sharing of wisdom. Mr. Anderson presents that history, that richness, through his trumpet and his band. But during his music and an oratory presentation last night, he said something I had never, ever heard before about birth and living. That according to his understanding of Navajo spiritual development in a physical world, he says, and his elders have told him, that you don't start living or experiencing life fully until your first laugh. Before that, from birth, physical birth, to your first laugh as a developing mashup of spirit and physical emergence, that's what he's saying is when life truly begins. But when he said that, without further explanation, as I interpret that statement by Mr. Anderson, I'm observing that until you get that first laugh as a baby, until you get that first laugh as a growing, formerly only spiritual, now spiritual and physical entity, until you get that first laugh, you are nothing. You are nothing perfect, complete. But after that first laugh, now you have to recover, discover, uncover that nothing you once were. Just sit with that for a minute. I know that's a big jump as far as another, not analogy, but another way to relate this transition and transposing the physical with the spiritual with the physical. But after that first laugh, as Mr. Anderson shared with us, you have to now recover, discover, and uncover that nothing that you once were. Now, there's probably a lot more to that story and how the first laugh took us away from the nothing and the perfectness. Is it not taking life seriously through that first laugh? Is that what he meant? Dismissing the sincere gratitude of the grace of life given to us? I don't know. Did he mean it was relegating work to below the superficial gratification of fun and play as a newborn baby? I don't know. There's a lot of wisdom to take in from that simple statement from Mr. Delbert Anderson. I'll have to do more research on this Navajo tradition. But in the meantime, as I continue to try and sort through and interpret that statement by Mr. Anderson, I guess until you get that first laugh, as I'm getting this, until you get that first laugh, you are nothing. Before you get that first laugh, you are nothing, perfect and complete. After that first laugh, though, now you have to recover, discover, uncover that pure nothingness that you once were, and that you and I will return to eventually. Maybe in a few more years, maybe in a few decades, perhaps. But we'll get reduced back to nothing. We'll get reduced forward to nothing. Maybe it is witty or just cute in the effort and the tone and the space of this journey towards not something, but to nothing. To do the introspective work on the front end called now. And to mitigate the surprises at the end of our term here, in our physical term here. Making, producing, delivering a message and purpose in and during the present moments we have with ourselves, with our Creator, with a higher power, and then, only then, with others. Define and then discard the parameters of you, the degrees, the money, the clothes, the car, the fitness or fatness of my body, the stuff all around me. Do not compromise, or they don't adequately express me, all those things. I have nothing but me, and I am nothing but me. Maybe a very simplistic koan, if you will, a mind cuss, if you will, to consider yourself all of that or of this and that in this world, and then to render or reduce yourself and your stuff, minimize your dressings and trimmings to nothing before you get the expiration notice stapled to your head at the end of this physical road and journey. How about considering this observation and communicating it? From nothing, zero, each singular day, we may get the privilege to live and love. One is good, but zero is best. Start there and finish there in each moment you are aware, with the fullness of nothing but you. Stay present, stay current. Wherever you find yourself in this world, remember, it is always 8:20.